I needed that tonight. I needed the Knicks. I needed a Knicks victory. I needed that. That felt good. That felt extremely good. I'm not sure if anyone's in the chat, but New York Knicks going to defeat the undefeated Chicago Bulls. Obviously, the Bulls were only 4 games into the season when they went 4-0, but this was definitely a good win because people were like, "Well, the Knicks go on to beat the Bulls. How legit are they? Are they going to carry momentum into this game? How consistent are they?" Um, the Bulls are a talented basketball team. They are. They fought to the very end. I thought Billy Donovan did a good job making adjustments at times. I'm not sure what the box score was, but I think if Lonzo even made his threes, this would have been even closer of a game, or wouldn't have even come down to that. Would have been closer, like consistently the whole game because Kemba Walker did a great job knocking down threes. Just like this was a collective group effort. The thing I love about this Knicks team this year so far is that we don't need Julius Randle to drop 30. We have other shot creators. Kemba Walker was huge once again from beyond the arc. It should have come down to that. That was scary. But a W is a W. We're Knicks fans. We know that most wins are scary. So let's read this chat. We could talk about it. We got the W at the end of the day. What's going on, Mets talking? How you doing, man? Let's go. Let's go. Huge W. Huge W. But you could also say this was the first game like the Bulls facing like true adversity. Well, they actually beat the Raptors by like one, but they played the Pistons twice. They played the Pelicans once, and then they played the Raptors. The Raptors are competitive, but you could say they're rebuilding, but also like competing at the same time, if you know what I mean. Because they're a team that's never going to full on tank. What's going on, Jaunty? That was a close game. We're going to talk about it. The Knicks know how to try and give you a heart attack to the last second. As long as we win, that's all I care about. By the way, do you guys think the Knicks and Bulls rivalry is back? Obviously, these teams both have to consistently win the whole season, which I think they will. The Bulls are talented. But I thought the Knicks did a great job on the board, second chance opportunities. Mitchell Robinson, when he came back into the game, did a good job on the boards. But we're going to talk about Julius Randle. He really frustrated me. But the bench did another great job. You could say they kind of saved the day again when the offense kind of got stagnant with the starters at the beginning. I swear the Knicks raised my blood pressure way too much. That scared me, man. If it went to Levine, if they ended up getting it to Levine, no doubt I would have thought the game was over. But for some reason, giving it to DeRozan, I didn't think it was over. I almost had a heart attack as well, man. Crazy game. What's going on, Anthony? Congratulations, Lucas. Yeah, man. We got the W, but it definitely was scary, man. Shouldn't have come down to that a 10-0 run by the Bulls. But on the road, I'll take it. If the Knicks had Alfred Payne starting this game, we lose by like 10. Clutch, what is Randall's problem? We're going to talk about Randall. I think he'll be fine. Um, Good game, though. Yeah, it was a good game to watch if you're an NBA fan. But if you're a Knicks fan down the stretch, it was scary. This was one of the main things I was happy about. Um, just RJ showed up. We needed RJ to show up. Bet he didn't start off the season that well. Like he had a good second half in the Celtics game, but he's really struggled with the shot or just creating any offense. Or you could say the Knicks not getting him involved at all. There was a moment when he had like 5 or 7 quick points that we froze him out of the offense once again. But I'm glad we did it like towards the end. We found a way to get buckets. Yo, my man Win's an awesome dude. Bulls fan, great sport. Glad to see you in here. He said, "Good win. The Bulls and the Knicks are both going to score a lot of points. This score a lot against teams. I guess this season. Yeah, I think both these teams are good offenses for sure. Vucevic, we know what he's capable of at the center position. Um, Not gonna lie, Levine should have got more foul calls, putting like Biasty aside, like Nick's Biasty aside. Levine's gonna have a more efficient night than he did tonight. I think you guys are going to score even more points when Kobe White comes back off the bench as well. But yeah, the Bulls have professional scorers of the basketball that know how to get buckets. And I want to know what Lonzo shot from three. I didn't think he shot it extremely well. I'll have to go back and look, but I thought he missed some open looks or some contested looks of the shot clock winding down. My man Luke is in the house. He says, "Good win for your Knicks, man." Yeah, it's a huge win. Not gonna put too much. Like I think the Bulls will be good, but I'm not gonna put too much stock into like how great the Bulls are. I think they will be good, but like 4-0, like at the beginning of the season, this isn't like a they went on like a 10-game win streak like at the end of the season, you know what I mean? But this is still a huge W for the New York Knicks. Um Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Julius Randle. What's going on, Valix? What's going on, everyone in the chat? I would say Randle. Should we retire Julius Randle dribbling up the basketball that we have Kemba Walker, especially when you have a good on-ball defender of Lonzo Ball? Because there were several plays down the stretch that it was just so easy, or like sometimes Randle got bailed out by a foul call that the ball would be stripped. Like one play got bailed out. I didn't think it was a foul. We got 2 free throws. Obviously, I'm not talking about the free throws he missed at the end of the game. Lonzo's a good defensive player, but it just scares me when Randle dribbles up the basketball. It really does. And sometimes it's unnecessary when you have another guy that is capable of doing it. And also the passing out of double teams. Or just passing in general at times. Like he passed the ball well. He had like 8 assists. But there's also times in this game, I'm not even hating on Randle. We found other ways to contribute. He had a nice fadeaway at the end. The 2 missed free throws were huge. The missed putback. He wasn't great down the stretch. But Fournier, one play, I don't know if you noticed, he was wide open in the paint. Or also, I don't know why he does this when dribble penetrating. Kick it out real quick. You dribble penetrates. You collapse 2 guys. Kick it out. RJ's open. Fournier's open. Instead, he waits when 2 players are all over him. Then he decides to pass the ball. He has terrible timing when there's the double team coming. I just don't understand it. I just don't. I agree. Tibbs needs to have a talk with Randle. Like some of it's just common sense. Like I don't know what's going through his head sometimes. Like he has to pass it earlier when he sees the double team coming, or you get the double team come real quick, then pass it out. I don't understand it. Maybe there's more that goes into it, but Fournier was wide open. Um, your Knicks almost gave me a heart attack because I was cheering for them. Wait, Michael, who's your team? Why do I think you're a Knicks fan? Karen says all the first round exit teams are sharing the first seed in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, it's really very early. Both sucked tonight. Knicks let them back in the game. Yeah, the Knicks did let them back in the game. They did. We weren't playing smart basketball down the stretch. We weren't. Yeah, Randle, he turns over the ball a lot. He does. Couldn't see the game tonight. So how do we look against Chicago? Well, we shot the ball good once again, but there were certain things that like shouldn't have happened like at all. Like we allowed some easy backdoor cuts. I understand. It is Zach LaVine. We just turned over the ball a lot down the stretch, or at least it felt like we turned over the ball. We just weren't playing fundamental basketball. We just weren't playing smart down the stretch. Like I'll get into like my notes to break it down even more though. But let's just say the game should have been over. Like when we're up 13, that's when we should have took care of business. We let the Bulls go on a 10-0 run. Randle missed some free throws though. Randle missed that putback, which should have went in. Like I don't know. Like did he come down with it and go up, or did he try to put it up while he's in there? I believe he tried to put it up when he was in the air. Should have maybe just came down with it. Not sure how much. Yeah, he would have had plenty of time, but if LaVine got the ball, the game would have been over. LaVine, I could just see him hitting that shot, but credit to RJ and Mitchell Robinson. Great shot contest. Good thing Mitch is okay. Let me see these comments. Yeah, we got to get better at closing out games. We do. We do. Like even like the Sixers game, we took care of business. Or like, yeah, the score looked like we did blow them out, but there was still the scare that the Sixers were going on a run. But then Drummond got the technical. And it's crazy. We should have beat the Magic. Awesome, Happy Prince. 4-1. Yes, we are the first seed. Yeah, the Bulls still have a lot to prove. Like I mentioned, they played the Pistons twice. They played the Pelicans and the Raptors. Yeah, Randle hasn't really shown like he hit that buzzer beater in the preseason. He hasn't really shown to be a big time clutch player. Like we've seen him miss free throws. We've seen him miss shots down the stretch. Like he gets timely buckets sometimes, but he doesn't always hit like those clutch shots, you know. But we just hope he learns from it. Yeah, he bricked those free throws. We should be 5-0. We should have beat the Magic, but it's the NBA. Knicks didn't come to play that game, or at least for 48 minutes of ball. But let's talk about Kemba Walker, though. What are your guys' thoughts on Kemba? Obviously, Kemba's undersized, but I like that one play specifically that there was a pass inside, and if Kemba doesn't let his like height affect sometimes how hard he plays, he had a very nice deflection. He had some big time threes, just like the Sixers game. Like he killed it from beyond the arc once again. He had that nice drive. He drew that foul at the 3-point line. I thought Kemba was huge. If we didn't have Kemba in this game, I don't think we would have won. But yeah, what were your guys' thoughts on Kemba? It's only enough room for we know what the true team in New York is. May have to relocate the Nets back to Jersey, man. Yeah. Yeah, I love Walker. There was the one scare play though that I thought he dribbled it out of bounds at the end. Jeez. Randall just should have knocked down those free throws. Or we should have just been smart before that. We shouldn't have even come down to those free throws. At the end of the day, Kemba. Oh, yes. And Fournier's an upgrade over Bullock. Oh. Yeah, but then I would take them out on defense if, like, when it came down to that game winner. I just question that defense, Kemba and Rose. The only team in the East I'm really worried about is the Heat and the Bucks. Yeah, the Heat are the Heat are a mentally tough, good team. They got Lowry over there. The Bucks are good, obviously. I'm still worried about the Hawks. The Hawks look good. The Hawks are good. They haven't declined at all. But it's also the beginning though, so I can't say, oh, the Hawks losing to the Wizards, oh, they're bad. Like you can't say that. It's only the beginning of the season. Like certain teams are just ready when it comes playoff time. Um 76ers, I feel like there's a weight just lifted off her shoulders. Just beating the Philadelphia 76ers finally. Because that's a team we haven't beaten like such a long time. But I thought the Knicks. Well, I didn't think they were gonna blow them out, but after the Bulls were up like 6-2, then we were up like 16-6 because we went on this run. Randall had the missed layup, like put it up and in. I thought Mitch played fantastic defense on Patrick Williams this one play. He definitely is gonna have to improve his offensive game, Patrick Williams, if he wants to help out this Bulls team even more. Even though they do have scores, but their bench isn't like fantastic. You know, it's not going to be consistent for them. You can't just rely on like Alex Caruso. But I thought Mitch had fantastic defense on Patrick Williams. RJ knocked down a three, had that dunk. Fournier had this nice up fake mid range shot. The Nets are still a good team. When you have Kevin Durant, I'm still going to be worried. Um, Yeah, I saw Harden's averaging like 16 on 33% shooting. By the way, the reason I am live, I'm probably gonna have a video up tomorrow, because like my video didn't record for some reason. It just stopped recording, which pissed me off because I thought I had the perfect video. I think we have a better team than Brooklyn. We'll have to wait till we play them, man. No what, S mode. Kemba is looking comfortable. You love to see it, and I wonder if RJ played well today because he's starting to adjust to his role. Do you guys think RJ struggles like for those first few games was like maybe he wasn't comfortable at the beginning because he's not used to playing with Randall, who's an offensive threat, Kemba, Fournier. Now that there's more offensive threats around him, there's an adjustment like there's kind of an adjustment period, but now he's comfortable. Randall's a good free throw shooter. He was like 8 of 9 until those two free throws at the end. He needs to not think so much down the stretch. He's been a good free throw shooter these last 2 years. I'm not sure what he's shooting from the line this year, but I know he shot it like 8 of 9. But he didn't shoot the three ball well. He hasn't shot the three ball well yet throughout the season. Like through these first few games, I've been impressed with RJ's defense. Let's see what Gaza. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name, Gaza. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Not worried about the Bucks. The only Bucks that concern me is the Bucks, the dollars. I'm taking from cats going against my. I'm taking from what? I don't know what you mean there. Not worried about them Bucks. The only Bucks that concern me is the Bucks. I'm taking from cats going against. I don't know what you're saying there, but let's go Knicks. What's going on, Achilles? How you doing, man? Yeah, that's huge emphasis. Like RJ's trying to improve that defense, and RJ's looked like a solid defensive player. And I got to give credit to Mitch. He didn't get into foul trouble with how much finesse Vucevic has in his game. Vucevic stepped it up down the stretch. By the way, thank God Mitch is okay. We're just gonna have to get used to that. When Mitch goes down, it looks like he's hurt, and then he comes back. Randall stressed me out this whole game. Yeah, it's basketball IQ. It just really pissed me off. I talked about it earlier. There was one play. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there were several plays like the just bad timing, not knowing when to pass it out of a double team. I just don't understand it. And we're gonna need him to be smart when it comes to the playoffs because it's only gonna get harder, as he knew in the Hawks series. So hopefully he did learn from that. But just looks like the same shit. But like Fournier was wide open in the paint, and he didn't even look at him. He didn't. He just put his head down and dribbled. I think with so many scores on this team each night, you're going to see a different leading score, which is a great thing. And some nights, good players won't have many points. That's what I love. We don't have to rely on Randall to score 30 every night. That's just a huge thing. We don't have to rely on Randall to score 30 every night. Luka Samanic, he's on a two-way contract. He's a G League body. Yeah, I thought Kemba tried his hardest on defense. Obviously, he's not the tallest in the world, so it's going to be effort there. But I love the deflection he made. He played hard. And if I'll need to pull up after the stream what Lonzo shot from three. I know he did not shoot that well from downtown, or at least it felt like he didn't. So that's going to be huge for the Bulls if Lonzo can consistently knock down that 3-point shot. Yeah, Kemba's hitting once again. He was hitting versus the Sixers as well. You think this was his best game, or you thought the Sixers game was? Yeah, Obi's block outside on the perimeter, that was a huge block. I believe, was that on Lonzo? I'm trying to remember. I thought Obi played well. Like, his stats aren't crazy, but you have to watch the games to see how important he is to this team. Brings that other element of just running the floor. Like, he's the complete opposite of Julius Randle. Randle kind of slows down the offense. Obi gets out and runs. That's why I like when Obi and Randle play together, because then Randle's kind of forced to play fast a little. He is a G League body. He's on a two-way contract. He's probably not going to play a game for us. But yeah, Samanic he has talent, but everything I hear is lazy. Doesn't have a work ethic. Plays with no motor. Yeah, I love the energy Obi brings. Minus, welcome to the chat. How you doing, man? But this is a good feeling. We're 4-1 on the season. Fantastic feeling. Yes and no. I was more pissed last year because Alfred Payne, you can't rely on the score, and Bullock, you can't rely on the score. And at times, they were getting more touches. While Alfred's obviously the point guard. But now that you have Fournier and Kemba getting touches, I'm not as pissed because you know those guys can get buckets. But then also, we took RJ with the 3rd overall pick. We need him to take that huge leap because this team goes as far as RJ goes, in my opinion. His leap, what his ceiling is, because we need another star. Like, I like Fournier, but we still need another star in today's NBA in this starting lineup. We need RJ to be that guy. We need him to develop. He still has a lot to work on, but yeah, we need to get him more touches. Like, he got off to a solid start, but then he got frozen out of the offense. And I'm not saying get him to shoot every possession, but get him to touch the ball, you know? But again, he is a limited offensive player with his handle, so there's reasons sometimes he's just in the corner. Who do we play next game? You think Big Cat from Minnesota can take the Knicks to the next level? I'm going to stick with Mitchell Robinson right now because he's a Knick. Obviously, that would be huge to get a guy like Karl-Anthony Towns. But the Timberwolves are winning right now, and actually, I like their coach of Chris Finch, Anthony Edwards playing well, D'Angelo Russell, Karl-Anthony Towns. We'll see what happens with them. The Pelicans, that should be a win. Are we at home? We play New Orleans. Yeah, that should be a win. But again, we lost the Magic. You never know. Gosh, we should have beat the damn Magic. That pisses me off. But I was at work for that game. I didn't get to catch it. Oh yeah, I won't be able to do a stream, or I won't be able to do a video for that Pelicans game. I won't be able to catch it. I'll be at work. Sorry, guys. What is it, a Saturday? Yeah, it sucks. This is proof we could beat anybody, because media swears the Bulls could beat us. We beat the Bucks last year. We just need a Miami win. And when we beat the Bucks last year, I believe Alfred Payne had over 20. That was crazy. We just need a Miami win. I think we could officially. Miami will be tough. We always suck against Miami. Jimmy Butler kills us. They just all kill us. Tyler Hero kills us. RJ doesn't play well against Miami. Um, should have beat the Magic, man. But where's the fit with Zion? Where's the fit? Like, where's Zion fit though? Um, what do you mean? We wouldn't have had the same energy against Philly? I don't know if we underestimated our opponent or like we just took our foot off the gas in that Magic game because we were up double digits as I saw like in the team stats after work. It goes Pelicans, that's a potential W. Pacers, that's a potential W. Raptors, but the Raptors are competitive. That might be an L. Fred VanVleet, still a very good player. OG Anunoby, extremely underrated. I like what Scotty Barnes is doing. If we can go 7-1, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. 7-1. Pelicans and Pacers are beatable. My gosh, we got something stirring up here, guys. Glad to be a Knicks fan right now. I wish my dad could see this team. Yeah, I don't see how Zion and Randall would play together. I'm not gonna say that. Like, I would say you have to give someone a fair chance with like a good team around them. People saying Devin Booker, not a winning player. You put talent around a player, you win. You go to the finals. Levine, it's early. It's not a winning player. They put talent around Levine. He's winning games. You need to put. And the Pelicans are weirdly constructed. They have young talent, but I don't think they have enough veterans. Zion's basically a young Blake. He handles the ball much better than Blake, though, in my opinion. At least at this stage of his career. Zion's an underrated passer too. Can't wait to hear Stephen A. I don't listen to Stephen A. Actually, that's a good. You see, have you guys seen Zion in that Mountain Dew commercial? Zion, Zion's out of shape. He really is. Like, go back, look at the picture of Duke, and now look at him now. I know he had foot surgery though, because he like broke his foot or fractured it in the summertime. You think that's enough talent though in the West? Brandon Ingram, Lonzo. You guys think that's enough? I'm telling everyone Knicks are still. Are the Knicks? See, what's your definition of slept on? Like, people just think of the Knicks as a joke because I feel like the Knicks are never slept on because we're one of the biggest markets. Are we underrated? I don't know. I feel like there's higher expectations this year. Last year we were underrated. No one expected us to be good, but this is the year we have to prove ourselves. I don't know. Zion's so young. Stephen A. be like, "Did you see my New York Knicks?" Um, Not gonna disagree with you, Adrian. Randall almost single-handedly lost us that game. He was selfish again down the stretch, too dumb to grab that rebound, and missed his free throws. Did he miss the rebound or he missed the putback? From that angle I was watching, it looked like he missed the putback. Obviously, he missed the free throws. And don't forget the turnovers as well. Like, those weren't, like, in the last minute, I believe, but those ones he was dribbling up the ball and just, like, Lonzo took the ball from him, even though Lonzo's a good defensive player. But we even saw in like the overtime versus the Celtics, or he just turns over the ball a lot. Like when Brown just stole the ball from Randall so easily when he was dribbling up the court. But we're lucky Brown missed that dunk. You got to be smarter. Um, yeah, it was stressful. Elite Wolf. Glad we got the dub though. Randall spam dribble. I know Spike Lee talking big trash. I'm interested to see what this Knicks team's going to do. After tonight's game, both Knicks and Bulls fans left upset. Bulls lost their streak and Knicks giving a chance. I'm not going to lie. It was upsetting the way we closed out the game, but a win's a win. A win's a win. Um, yeah, it was. They went on a 10-0 run, but I'm happy we just got the win at the end of the day. Um, good teams figure out how to win games, and we played good defense on DeRozan on that last shot. Could have been worse. Imagine if they hit the game winner. But yes, it shouldn't have come down to that. I completely agree, Karen. Slept on as they could be a 3 seed, and teams like the Bulls and Heat are not better than them. We'll see. It's still early. You replace Alfred Payne and Reggie Bullock with Fournier and Kemba. I don't know why the mainstream media thought our team was going to be a 6 seed. Wait, did people think we're going to... Why the memes? Bulls fans were classy, chanting, "Oh yeah, everyone loves Rose. Rose is one of the most respected players around the league. He is. If you don't respect Rose, I don't understand it." Oh yeah, RJ's really improved on defense, especially off the ball. Him and Mitch played great defense on DeRozan on that last shot. Let's see, what else could we get into? Vucevic obviously played great down the stretch, hit that big 3. Talked about Obi a little bit. Just the bench was amazing. Mitch didn't get into foul trouble, which shocked me. How about, would you guys call that a flagrant? The one Patrick Williams drove to the basket to attempt a dunk, they called that a flagrant on Mitch? I didn't think he intentionally tried to hit him in the face. He went for the ball. It just happened to look like, at the end of the day, just hit him in the face. I thought that was stupid, but they didn't execute. Like, after the free throws, they didn't score in that possession. But then after that, Kemba hit, like, back-to-back threes and then fouled at the three-point line. And that put us up, like, 63-56. We outscored their bench. We killed them in the paint, I believe. Or they caught up, maybe. Let's see what else. But yeah, I'm just glad Kemba erupted. He looked comfortable. RJ and 1. Yeah, Randall didn't play great. He drew the fouls, like, I believe in that third quarter. But yeah, the fourth quarter was just bad. But Derrick Rose was good. Oh yeah, they called a flagrant for that. That was so stupid though. Like, yes, the flagrant. But like what else was he gonna do? So RJ was like 2 feet, like 2 inches away from the basket, right? DeRozan falls down. RJ grabs the ball out of his hands. There was no other way for DeRozan to foul him except like grab his legs. Like what was he gonna do? Like tap his shoe? They wouldn't have saw that. So like, I felt bad for DeRozan in that situation. Like he had nothing else to do. Absolutely, a win is a win. People saying Knicks wins are going to be under 50. Yeah, right. I said we'll win 46. That's how many I said we're going to win. But it was 46 or 47. We'll see. I hope they prove me wrong. I don't believe that. Yeah, that was a weird call. Do you think this team improves much with Noel coming off the bench? Obviously, Noel has that big play potential of giving us momentum on defense, but he's just such a liability offensively. I like Noel. I don't love Noel. I thought it's showing right now that we don't need him. So I don't know. Did you guys like when we re-signed Noel? It was alright. Like it just shows that we brought back our guys and we're loyal to our guys. So there's like, remember I made the video. Apparently he's working on that 3-point shot. Drew just read my mind. Apparently Noel's working on a 3-point shot. Yeah, in the corner, and they want him to bring that to the game, which I would love because like he's such a liability. You think we'll hold leads better because the shot blocking presence possible? But I'll say this: just because Noel's a good shot blocker doesn't necessarily mean he's a good defender. Like Mitch is a good defender because Noel doesn't guard the pick and roll that great. Like Mitch brings us so much versatility. I saw Mitch hurt his ankle. Like he came back. I didn't know he blew out his shoe though. I didn't notice that. I'm glad he's all right though. Yeah, Taj does those little things out there on the court. I thought he played physical and hard. I love when he dove on the floor. I hope so, man. I might not even watch that game. Like, you guys probably won't get a video on Christmas because it's Christmas, if I'm being real with you guys. Gotta spend time with the family, you know. Um, I'm gonna watch it, but also if we lose, I don't want the Knicks to ruin my Christmas, you know. The Knicks always lose on Christmas. I'm sorry to say it to you guys. Like, the Knicks always freaking lose on Christmas. They do. Yeah, I agree, minus. Yeah, I thought Taj did a very good job. Oh, I agree. You don't pay him all that money and not give him playing time. And also, he's just very impactful defensively. But it's just crazy watching Derrick Rose like explode to the basket. It's crazy that he still has that explosiveness in his game. Who's Jokum? Jokum was probably conflicted. I'm not sure what you mean there. Oh, we always lost to Philly, period. We didn't beat them since 2017. We had 15 straight losses to Philly. It was embarrassing. Like, it was like Philly was they've been a good team since like 2018, I believe. But some teams catch them on a bad night and beat them. Kevin Huerter's a good player. He showed he could step up on a big stage against the Sixers. He deserved that. And he's a good scorer. Hey, what about Joakim Noah? Joakim Noah's probably conflicted. Would love to know who he would have. Mm, yeah, because Derrick Rose on the Bulls, Taj Gibson. That's a good question. I think he rooted for the Knicks low key. Not gonna lie, his guys were on the Knicks. You don't know anyone on that Bulls team like that he's played with. And when's the last time we won our first home game? Last year we didn't open up at home. We opened up in Indiana and we lost. Who did we play the second game of the season? I know Knox's rookie year, 2018, we beat the Hawks the first game at home. Trae Young didn't play well. No way, he rooted for the Bulls and Knicks didn't play him and he got pissed. Well, he was hurt all the time. We didn't have an opportunity to play him or he did something stupid. I believe we beat the Spurs once last year and then we lost to them last year. I'll need to look at the other NBA games that went on. By the way, I always love going live with you guys. It's always fun talking NBA with you guys. But I'm expecting a big game from Randall against the Pelicans, like one of his former teams. Wait, who the Spurs play today? How'd my man Keldon Johnson play? I got his rookie card. Wonder how he played. Yeah, the Hawks are a weirdly constructed team, though, to go back to that Kevin Huerter contract, because they gave Huerter a contract. Trae Young's under contract. They gave John Collins, Clint Capella. Like, this is their team. Like, they think they're going to win a championship with this team because they won't be able to sign anyone else. I don't think. Yeah, I got school in the morning. Good thing it's Friday, though. I'm off next week because of fall break, but I got work this weekend, which sucks. But it's part of getting older, but sleep well, man. Great win. Great win. And I appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sorry I didn't have a video up. Phone stupid. Kellen Johnson at 10, okay. It's the beginning of the season, though. Like, I'm not going to put too much stock into it, you know. Like, the Bucks lost to Timberwolves last night. Bucks are going to end up being a better team than the Timberwolves this season. Even though I think the Timberwolves will be pretty... I think they'll be good. It's too early. But you don't have class tomorrow. That's cool. I think I'll say this: the Knicks got to do better than that. Us fans got we got Bing Bong from that freaking crazy fan. We can't be more creative than that. Like, not a big fan. Like, why did it get popular because of that guy? What was so special about him saying like Bing Bong? It's funny, but like, is it supposed to be serious? What's going on, Karam? How you doing, man? Huge win for your Thunder last night. Josh Giddey balled out. Well, Karam, let's just say this. This is why we're not GMs. This is why we're not president of basketball operations. Josh Giddey might be something. The Cavaliers do have a good young team. They have some talent over there. Garland, Sexton. They're just weirdly constructed. Like with I don't know if they still do this lineup, but they had like Markkanen. They had Markkanen, Mobley, and then Jared Allen. I don't like Markkanen there. I don't. But I like Evan Mobley. Oh, Evan Mobley's a beast. Talk about someone who can pass, defend, can stretch outside of the perimeter. And the scary thing with him, he looks good his rookie year, and he's only going to get better. Oh, yeah, I did see that. She's very smart. She's intelligent. Yeah, to win a championship compared to the Bulls, right? I believe, was that on First Take? Yeah. She's very knowledgeable. But I'm interested to see where the Cavs are going to go. I don't believe in what's his name, JB Bickerstaff. I don't believe in him as head coach, though. I don't. Not a big fan of him. Because he was the Grizzlies, like, interim, I believe. And I wasn't huge on him. I haven't caught catching, like, any other games. By the way, I wonder what's happening with that Cardinals game right now. It's probably over now. Forgot. Forgot what happened with that. I hope the Cardinals won. Packers probably won, though. But I'm just glad RJ had a good bounce back game. I'm happy with that. We play the Pelicans next too, Karam. So we might have another W. I'm not sure who we play after that. We play the Raptors like after whoever we play after the Pelicans. Yeah, it's very early, man. I don't think we should be hyping up any team this early unless you're a Knicks fan. Hype up your own team, you know what I'm saying? But great W, man. Shouldn't have come down to that, but great W. Well, I'm glad we got the win. Big Task, thank you so much for supporting the channel, by the way. You're a great supporter. Oh, are you kidding, Drew? I hate that. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to catch the game, Karam. I got work. So, it is what it is. Hopefully, we come out the W. The one day I worked, though, we lost to the Magic. So, be ready to blame me. We might lose to the Pelicans because I'm working. I'll be listening to the game, though, at work. But I'm not going to make a recap video from listening because it's harder to really break down basketball when you listen to it. Baseball is kind of different. But, yeah, I'm not going to do that to you guys. Not sure when our first West Coast trip is. If I find it, I'll post it on the community tab of the channel. Appreciate being here, King Jaw. King Jaw the man. I got school tomorrow, which sucks, but I'm off next week. I got tomorrow, 2 days of work, and then week off. But I was like really disappointed because like it was the third quarter. I thought we were playing tremendous defense. Like the Bulls were very silent, and then that ending, 10-0 run pissed me off. Yo, what's going on, C-Mac? How you doing, man? Yeah, out for the season. JJ Watt. Sucks. Karam, this is just see what you got from the young guys. See if they compete, get better every day. Type of thing. You guys will get another talented player in the draft, or you might get a million talented. You might have the next 5 picks in this draft. You're gonna have the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth pick. The Thunder. And are you a person that you would like at some point that you're like, okay, we have a bunch of young talent, but we got to trade a couple of these guys for a star? Because at some point, there's going to be like one guy that doesn't develop. Or would you trade the picks on draft night for an available star? Oh, scary, man. Julius Randle pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. He really pissed me off. He looked like first year with the Knicks, Julius Randle. Yeah, you can't keep everyone. You can't just have a bunch of young guys. That's where I think some teams mess up. Like, you got to get some type of veteran in there. Got to. Rooting for your Thunder crowd. Yeah, they're an interesting group. Like Shea and Giddy. That should be fun to watch. Giddy's passing. And they're both like unique players. They're not like crazy good athletes, but they're smart. Like they're smart players. I can't confidently say anyone else is a starter of the future on that team. Like Dort, I don't know if I like him as a starter moving forward. Probably as a bench piece. But I'm on the stream soon. Gotta get some sleep. So if you guys have any more questions, be free to drop it. I appreciate you guys being here. Very nice of you guys to join after the stream or after the game. Means a lot. Yeah, I like Dort, especially as a defensive player. I didn't know Dort was Canadian though. I believe he was on Team Canada with RJ. I didn't know he was Canadian. That really shocked me. Floater is sick. His passing, there was one pass that he was on the right wing and he just freaking just forgot. Was he on the right wing or like top of the key? And he just threw a beautiful dime giddy just like in the tightest window back door. Someone was cutting back door. I don't know, Devin. We should have taken care of business. I'm gonna say this: the Knicks got to be better closing out games. Randall has to make those free throws. It shouldn't have even come down to those free throws, but credit to the Bulls for fighting. But yeah, we got to be smarter down the stretch. We got to execute better. We do. It sucks. Yeah, let's just say it shouldn't have just been a 1 point difference. Turnovers, missed shots. Vucevic hit a big three. Randall missed 2 free throws. Randall missed a second chance opportunity. I didn't like the way Randall played. I thought RJ had a nice bounce back game though. I like the way Mitch played. Mitch has impressed me this season. He did the best he could on Vucevic. You're not gonna lock down a Vucevic. You can keep him in check. But I was happy with the Knicks win, kinda. Kinda. A win is a win, but that the Bulls went on a 10-0 run at the end. I remember watching Dort in the G League bubble. He was definitely the best player on the court there. Yeah, Dort's a good player. Yo, ping pong. I don't like the bing bong thing. I don't know. I think it's weird. But yes, but at the end of the day, the Knicks found a way to win. Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, good shot contest on DeRozan. But I'll say it again. If that found a way to Levine, game over. We'd be dead right now. We'd be on the floor, heart attack. It's not good. Didn't mean to joke about that. But, like, yeah. Giddy's look good. Yeah, guys. Been live for nearly an hour. Got school tomorrow. I appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys are awesome. Knicks came out with the W. Much needed victory. We're not much needed, but this was a huge win. If you wanted your statement game, this definitely was. But again, the Wolves haven't played anyone huge. But this team fought. This team made adjustments when you thought the Knicks were going to pull ahead. Bulls came back a couple times. The time at the end they shouldn't have. But Like I said, they haven't played any top-notch competition. This is going to be a true test these next few games. We play the Pelicans next. I'm going to be at work. No video there. Or live stream. Hopefully we come out the W. Probably not, because last time I worked, we lost to the Magic, the game I missed. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate your support. This channel would not be possible without you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Um, Happy we got the victory. It's been a rough day for me. Going through some things right now, but glad Knicks got a W. Definitely cheered me up. Or if we lost, I would have two broken hearts. But thank you guys so much for the great amount of support. And peace out, y'all. I appreciate you. Have a great night, Rolex. I appreciate your support for sure.